Wonderful people, hello. I hope you are good. I haven't been live on my YouTube because sis lost her voice, and that's what happened. So let us hop in. I did not announce that I will be going live today, but because I have time, I thought, let me just do it. Hope you are good, guys. If you are logging in here for the very first time, please click on the subscribe button. Let us grow this community together. I had lost my voice due to flu. I do still have a bit of flu, but it's gone now. I can talk because last week Sunday I couldn't even say a word. So I'm just going to um, share this on Facebook, and then whoever joins, it's okay, and whoever watches this watches this when I am done, it's also okay. Okay, just give me a few seconds while I do this. All right, I see there is one person who has just joined us. Hi, family. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Guys, if you are watching this as a replay, I know it's going to look somehow because sisters is just on mute, and then you like if you want you can fast forward, but just give me a second until I do it in the group. Otherwise, are you okay? Today we're talking about forgiveness. It's something that that has been in my heart. Most of the sessions that I have been doing have been around the issues of forgiveness and why many people. Let me just go back a bit. Many people don't get the things that they want because they are still holding on forgiveness for the people that have hurt them in the past. As most of you know, that I do work with people who have been sexually abused, and this was one of the things that I had to help a lot of people who have been abused, sexually abused by the people whom they know, their brothers, their neighbors, and all that. And understanding that forgiveness is not that you are the person, you are the weakest link, right? But forgiveness is actually for us to experience freedom. And yesterday we in South Africa were celebrating Freedom Day, and I wonder what freedom mean to you, especially to a person who has not forgiven another person. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to post on the page, and then we are done after that, guys. I'm not going to take much of our time today as the topic of forgiveness. I think I've been talking about it. I have been highlighting that, forgiveness is something that I also had to do. So I want to actually give you this story that happened to me recently. So recently I had what do you call this, a dream about a person who sexually abused me in the past. And guys, I had a lot of my heart was bleeding when I was having this dream. In the dream, I was actually this person who sexually abused me came to me and said, "Oh, So you didn't even have the guts. This is in the dream. You didn't even have the guts to go to the police station and umbophisa, and open a case against me. And I was like, and when sort of when I was answering, and he kept on like laughing, and I decided to throw him with stones. This is in a dream, and that's when I realized that I still have a bit of unforgiveness. And this person, how I interpreted the dream was that this person still has a bit of power over me, because he was even laughing. He was even making a joke about the fact that I did not take him and open a case, so I did not have the guts. And the dream was just showing me a part of me that I haven't accepted, that I'm not going to go that route of going to the police station, opening a case for this person, because really emotionally I am not there yet to stand in the court of law and try to prove myself that things happened between me and this person, right? So as I interpreted the dream and allowed God to also interpret the dream for me, was that a lot of us are still in that thing. We say that we have forgiven people, but they still have power over us. They still have that thing that they can just say, when I know you, and then you get triggered, and you start from scratch. So that is the reason why today we're talking about this topic. Okay, I see people on Facebook are asking what time. I mean, like I said, right now. Guys, I see there's a person who has joined us. Please let me know who you are, and where you're logging in from. So, as I've already said, in the dream to me, God said there are people who said they have forgiven other people, but they just said it with their mouth that they have forgiven people, but they haven't. And if this person can come and this person can do something, it triggers you, and you go back to what you used to be going through, the emotions. You feel those emotions all over again, and it's as if, like, you are working backwards. So God is saying, can we literally right now talk about forgiveness, like the core of it? Forgiveness. Oh Lord. Can we talk about forgiveness? Remove. Can we talk about forgiveness? Can we talk about forgiving people who have hurt us? And sometimes we feel like those people, they don't deserve us forgiving them because they have hurt us, and they don't even feel sorry for us. But forgiveness is not for them, but it is for us. Okay? Let me just answer this person now, and then let's go on. So that is what has been happening. And I had a lot of sessions with my clients where a lot of people, a lot of my clients have been harboring forgiveness for their parents, for their caregivers, for people who have hurt them, and as a result, they couldn't get their life they know they deserve. They couldn't get the things. Somebody will come and say, you know what, I know deep in my heart that I should be driving right now, I should be in this position at work, I should be doing this and that, but there I couldn't, and I don't know why. And when we get to unpack the healing, right, when we get to unpack this whole thing, you get to understand that people have been holding on to the hurt and pain and not forgiving. So how do we then forgive? Because the topic for today, the title, I have titled it, How Do You Forgive? Forgiveness is not a simple thing. A lot of people, like I've previously said, They say, I have forgiven that person, but they're just saying it with their mouth, when in fact they haven't really went through the process of forgiveness. So how do we then forgive? The first thing for you to understand is that when you do forgive a person who have hurt you, whether they were wrong and you were right, whatever circumstance you find yourself in, you have to understand that you are not doing it for them, but you are doing it for yourself. Because the more you hold on to not forgiving them, to the pain that they have caused you, to all of these things that they have done to you, guess what? You are blocking yourself from receiving. And when you are holding on to that pain, it also means that you are closing your heart. And when your heart is closed, the Bible says it that guard your heart with diligence, because the issues of life flows through the heart. So you need to understand that when you do not forgive, you are closing your heart so hard that life, money, all the things that you should be having in life, you are not getting, because your heart is closed. So that's the first thing, understanding that forgiveness is not for any other person but for you, right? So I also had to go through this, and I was so surprised when I had the dream that I just explained earlier on. And I was like, but God, I had forgiven. And God said, every time when you remember what this person has done, because at times you do remember, and you like, I sometimes see an 8-year-old, and I'm like, guys, I was 8 years when this person did this to me. And I am just a young person. I am just a young person at the ages of 8. I do not know anything. And guess what? A person comes into my life and they just decide, you know what? We are going to have sex with you. So God is saying to me that whenever I remember this tragic thing, I need to forgive over and over again. Okay. I don't know why this thing keeps on. Anyway, it's fine. So that is the first thing, guys. You need to remember that forgiveness is not for them, it's for yourself. It's for your good. It's for the goodness of your heart and the goodness of your purpose, right? And the second thing to understand is that forgiveness is a stepping stone into your purpose, right? And the example that I can give is the story of Jesus. Jesus was going through a lot of things, and while he was going through that, people, crucifying him, all those painful things that he went through. Jesus said, Father, forgive them, because they don't know what they are doing. Because he understood that his purpose was much more bigger than anything, or even the purpose of the people who were mocking him, who were doing all those things to him. And so when you are in the process of forgiving any other person in your life, just understand that forgiveness is not only for them, and it's for your purpose. It's for you to step into your purpose. So that is the the second thing that you need to understand. Forgiveness, it's not for the people that have hurt you, but also a stepping stone into your purpose. Okay, now you need to also understand that you cannot just forgive just like that, or how people be in relationships. The husband cheats the wife cheats the husband, and the husband says, I've forgiven her, I've forgiven him, but deep in the heart they haven't forgiven. It's just the words that they are saying. You need to go into a process of healing, of really talking about how the pain has affected you as a person. Okay, so sometimes a person does, but like, for example, I have been sexually abused, And the abuse did not only affect the sexual part of me, but it has affected a lot, how I view myself, how I view men, how I view people, people who I've done previously sessions where I spoke about people who have been sexually abused, how they don't even trust, if they don't go through a process of healing, how they don't even trust the people they are with, like their spouses, right? So you need to go into a process of healing. When you want to forgive someone, you have to go through a process of healing to speak about that thing, how it affected you emotionally and physically and maybe financially and mentally, however the way you have to get into a process of healing. I've spoken about many processes of healing, therapy, energy healing, life coaching, you name it, but you have to go through that process of healing to speak about the pain. A lot of people, what they do is that they go through pain, they go through things, they don't talk about it, they just say, hi, I have forgiven, and they move on, only to find out that they haven't forgiven. What they did was closing their hearts. Okay, so that is the other thing that you need to go through, the process of healing yourself, speaking about what you have or how the hurt and the pain and the things that had happened to you had affected you. And as you do the process of healing, as you speak to a professional, as you heal yourself, that's when you will get the bigger picture, or that's when you will be able to understand why you needed to forgive that person. Okay, so that is the 3 ways of forgiveness. The first one is to understand that forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. The second one, forgiveness is not for them, it's for your purpose, because it's a stepping stone to your purpose. The third one is for you to go through professional help, through the process of healing, through the process of taking out the things that were inflicted in you, taking them out so that you can see the bigger picture. Because most of the time, just saying you have forgiven, I'm dealing with people who said, I've forgiven my mom for leaving me with my aunt. But when we do the healing process, you find out that they are actually still holding on to that pain. And when you hold on to the pain, they say hurt people hurt others. You are unconsciously hurting other people who did not have any business with your pain, who did not cause you any pain, who did not hurt you, but you are eventually hurting them unconsciously. So if you need help with issues of forgiveness, please do speak to a professional, and I am also here to help when you need my services. I do host healing sessions. Next week, Saturday, we'll be doing a group healing session in Centurion. If you are around, please come. I remember last time we were doing a lot of relationship forgiveness, and relationship meaning that a relationship that you have with your parents, a relationship that you had or have with your spouse, and the things that had transpired within that container that have hurt you. So this time around, also Spirit leading us, God leading us, we will know what to be working on. Please come. But one of the things that we will be working on is forgiveness. And I think I have been, even in the hike and meditations, I have been doing a lot of forgiveness meditations. So if you want to come, please speak to me. My number is 071-147-2389. I love you so much. Have a blessed day. As you can hear, every time when I'm speaking, when my throat gets dry, I cough, so I don't want to be here for a long time and speaking and coughing and all that. I'm hoping to see you next week, Wednesday again. I don't know what we're going to be talking about, and Monday on the group on Create the Life That We Want for a 10 to 15 minutes Monday motivation. I love you so much. Goodbye.